of it, I'm just showing you why you need to incorporate CMMS into your asset management. So yeah, I have been doing this for 30 over years and all that. So I hope you can see my slide. You seems to it seems to have a what mirror sort of thing on your these things.
Yes, yes. We can see, okay.
Huh?
Okay.
It's
We
okay,
can
huh?
see.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to do Zoom, so Zoom acts slightly different. Okay, so this is not my familiar ground, but basically you know that maintenance. Okay, maintenance basically is what uh, e- evolution. Yeah, in the sense that it does not a lot of the things that we have done. In fact, maintenance, you know, has been there for donkey years and all that. But slowly, it has been evolved. In the sense, it keep on changes, little bit changes and all that. So, yeah, from the caveman to today, what we have, and then you know that we have what they call the first generations maintenance management, whereby we said, look, you don't fix anything until the thing break, and then we work towards what we call a planned maintenance. And today, of course, things are a bit more sophisticated, so we have yeah, predictive maintenance. Then we have the IoT of things, so in other words, a very sort of AI sort of technology, in the sense that the machine will tell you when I'm sick. Okay, so those are very high tech, IoT and all that. But things like will evolve. So yeah, so from breakdown maintenance, but at the core of it, now at the core of it is actually what we call preventive maintenance. So preventive maintenance, the whole concept never runs. We can come up with very sophisticated tools and all that, but this is the basic. This is basic. So if you were to look at some of the if you were to look at some of the what they call maintenance good practices, which I have listed here, but again, it may not be the only one. So there are other things. So today people are talking about total preventive maintenance. Of course, RCM is one of those high things, but not so easy to implement. Then we have predictive maintenance. Then we always come back to preventive maintenance. So computerized maintenance, which is CMMS, is is basically take your preventive maintenance to a higher step. That's all. In other words, you just computerize it. Just like we have our account system, we computerize it. Whatever you have, we computerize, and whatever we computerize, it will benefit us in terms of information flow and extraction. And not only that, but it will help us to do what we call maintenance improvement. If you can collect enough data for analysis, then you move towards what you call the root cause failure analysis, whereby you can actually use the data to analyze why things are breakdown and all that. Otherwise, we will end up with a very manual sort of system. And CMMS has been there for a long time now. So for a long time, a basic definition is okay, a top CMMS solution will support tracking, reporting of condition, monitoring data on the equipment, and enable works order. So basically, at the end of the day, it's actually a works order system, which is by and large the important thing to take note of, to automatically generate when an alarm is triggered. So a good system will be able to give you automatic works order generation, and give and track your works order, what has been done, what has not been done, and so on and so forth. So I believe that in your asset management, you will introduce things like preventive maintenance, and where the CMMS fit in, CMS fit in there. So you will have your, basically all of us have what we call our, yeah, we have basically what we have is okay, I better put this screen a bit bigger and yeah, move myself behind. Yeah. So basically, you will see that CMMS will sit somewhere there to actually organize and to manage the whole maintenance process, whether it's day to day, week to week, month to month, whether it's a preventive maintenance, whether it's a breakdown maintenance. Basically, it's there to actually handle and to manage. So-
I'm sorry, Tim. ECCM stands for what? ECCM.
Which one?
The previous slide, you on top you have PM and ECCM.
Oh, so this one is this is just one of the image I pick up. Basically, it stands for preventive maintenance and it stands for what equipment care and maintenance. Yeah, basically you can just ignore the terms. Basically, because maintenance, we move towards to very basic, day to day to very scheduled maintenance. So this
Yeah,
is one of
correct,
the acronym they use. It stands for equipment care and don't know very critical care or what maintenance. But basically, it's a plant maintenance thing. Yeah. So the road to good maintenance is actually you see you got your asset, and then at the end of the day, the whole idea of a good maintenance system is to generate works order and keep track of them. Of course, then we know that it's not that simple, but then we got to keep track of the spare parts and so on and so forth. So your CMMS will actually tie in with other things. Of course, in terms of benefit, then again, today even in ISO, for example, one of the key things that they would actually ask is whether do you have actually a system to keep track of your maintenance. Because the the ISO initially when it came out, it talked about what recording. You talk about inspection, okay, inspection of meters and all that. But we know that it's not just a meter, but actually the equipment need to be inspected. Then you talk about calibration of instrument. Equipment need to be calibrated. So therefore, at the end of the day, they find out, okay, yeah, we also need to have a system for your maintenance. Because if you look at good maintenance practices, a lot of time unquality work come from bad maintenance. So therefore, good maintenance is essential. Not to talk about how does it keep track of our thing, like when is the thing is due for inspection. Sometimes we have this statutory requirement, especially on your pressure vessel and so on. So it helps us to keep track of things like that, whereby we cannot give a miss for the maintenance, especially in terms of safety items, your firefighting equipment and all that. That, of course, information. The question is, do you know how much you spend on maintenance? Where does your money go through? What type of equipment? Which part of the equipment? What sort of problem do you actually encounter? Do you have a collection of them? What is the performance like? What is the MTBF? MTTR? What is the downtime? What is the uptime? So therefore, a good maintenance system may be able to give you those readings for you to analyze. So if you do not know how to analyze, you actually running a system without much knowledge. But you see, in common, engineers are very bad administrators. Okay. We are very good at solving problem. When you got a problem, we got to fix it up. But to ask us to big report keep a record of things and all that, most engineers are not very good at that. We are not administrators. So therefore, to come up with reports, data and all that is really quite a hazard. So therefore, the CMMS will help us to do that. So the CMMS is actually a maintenance tool. We think that our maintenance tool is our spanner, our what do you call it, a screwdriver, test pen, and walk around with the test pen and all that. But you see, the CMMS is actually a maintenance tool for us to use, to analyze, to enhance, and to keep our maintenance in control. Yeah, it helps us to analyze, it helps us to monitor things and all that. So as such, a CMMS is actually a maintenance tool. Only thing, this is a soft tool, rather than a hard tool that we talk about. So of course, maintenance, actually, the CMS will incorporate a lot of things. Like at the backbone of the CMS is actually a plant maintenance. So you can see on top there, PM schedule. So that's the backbone of the whole thing. But not only that, but it actually helps us to do a lot of things. Like, for example, help to keep track of our works order, our equipment history. When was the last time you break down? What did you do the last time? Who actually did it? So those are information that is very key, or very important for us to understand what is happening. And then how to generate works order, how to have what you call spare part inventory. Yeah, you can help you to do budgeting, and you can tie into your predictive maintenance will be the best. So basically, there's a lot of things that the maintenance or the CMS can help us to do. So it's not just a PM2. You see, so therefore the reason is, if you are doing asset management, you cannot do without a CMMS, because the CMMS, number one, is one of those what we call good maintenance practices. Now there are a lot of CMMS in the market. If you care to search, ranging from very cheap to very expensive. Some are even free. You can actually have all that. We also know now what is free may not be the best, and also we need to talk about support and it's not just the software. Actually, it's not just the software, but actually the implementation process is very important. Now I have so many CMMS, a few hundred of them. Not all of them are successful. Because why? Because the implementation is no good. The people who buy the thing from me are not very focused on this, so they don't keep up the momentum. In other words, like a lot of the good toys that we buy, we buy, after a while we're very happy, and then after that we put it aside, become white elephant. Not only small company, big company also same. So I have seen big company like cement company. We have seen even the auto industry like Proton. I also understand they buy a very big system. After a few years, the thing is like lying don't know where. Not properly used. So the whole thing is not just the software that's important, but the whole concept of maintenance process and the whole concept of how to implement the thing properly. If you don't teach the people properly, then after a while you become a white elephant. That's where the dilemma of the engineers comes. The dilemma facing maintenance manager is engineer is the process of searching a system that suit their particular needs. Because not all the factories are the same. Not all maintenance assets are the same. So sometimes we have very niche things. So we can actually buy a very standard product. Then we need a bit of customization. But at the end of it, it's a selection process. So a lot of times the engineer find it difficult. So they procrastinate. They sit on it. One day, 2 days, until the pandemic is over. Also, they cannot make a decision. Okay. So it will take long time. So therefore, we need to equip people from the start. We need to equip people from the start, because so if you see, for example, today education and training. So it has been said, I'm not sure how true is that. It has been said, if you look at the Japanese education system, for example, the people are taught very simple thing. So, like for example, the server QC2, for example, so it has been said that the Japanese education system, these things are already built in. So, when the people graduate, they are actually ready for the industry. But here is different. Here is different. After they come into the industry, now we give them training on server QC2. No? So it's something like that. No? So same thing, if you are trained as an engineer, you should be trained in CMMS. So that by the time you come out from college or from university, you are ready to actually implement a CMMS system. Not to start learning what CMMS is all about. So therefore, it's important that we actually build this into the system. Just like for example today, by the time the person graduate from uni or from school, they know how to use the software, they know how to use Microsoft Office, So you don't want to employ somebody, and then when they come in and then okay, now I send you to Microsoft Word doc or Excel, So you don't do that, because when they come in, we expect them to know this. So if you're a maintenance engineer, when they come out, we expect you to know this. So this is expectation. It's not like, okay, it's not an option. So yeah, then you have different system. We have what you call standalone system. We have a network system. Then today, of course, everything is on the cloud. So everything is on the cloud. That's where we are moving to. That's where we are moving towards on a cloud basis.